Let's go back to the Manoswamp, a minus number. It has a significant problem. I tried to fix it. I tried to collab with people that I thought were good people that were interested in, getting the message out and improving it. And I saw what the knowledge did for me that I took. I saw what the knowledge did that I took from Evo Psych. I saw what the knowledge that I took from observing behavior from this lens did for my life. And I legitimately wanted to improve the space. I can't work there anymore though, right? I don't even want to have any association. It has a president that nobody elected. It has events that are filled with not good men that are good at being men. They're neither of those things. Again, some of the information is useful and it's very, very good. I would argue it's probably better than looking at data that Evo Psych scholars put together. A lot of it is just, they're like stoned on the numbers. It's like, oh, well, I had Alex on from Date Psych. He's a Twitter character. He has a YouTube channel as well. And he collected some data on deal breakers, for example, that showed up on his surveys from men and women. And I was going through his survey results, and it was, things like, broke, kind of sloppy appearance, bad pictures. There's about 35 of them. And I said to him, I go, dude, where is height on this? Why did height not show up with women disqualifying men? And he said, I don't know. But we know in real life that women routinely disqualify men based on height. So you can't rely on Evo Psych alone for providing useful information. I think you need to plug the people that are being surveyed into lie detectors, because I think that women have to manage their reputation. They don't want to come off as saying, oh, I'm judgmental because of height when they're asked. I mean, you see these people interviewed in the street and they're not always, giving you the straightforward answers. So there's a little bit of flaws over there. But overwhelmingly, there's a PR issue. And if you're not willing to fix the PR issue and cut out the cancer and remove it from the space and disassociate from it, it's going to be a shit space. That's just like that guy said earlier over here. Where did the super chat go? Here it was. This dude over here is like, it's nothing but drama. It's drama. It's buy my NFT, buy my pickup artist course on seduction. That guy's a whatever. They'll call each other names all day long. All of these things routinely exist in this space, and I think good men that are also good at being men are tired of that. They just don't want anything to do with it. It's not something that you want to be a part of. I don't want to be a part of it. Why the fuck would I want to associate with guys that, get rejected, but that say that they have seduction skills, but when they get rejected by women, they smash a glass in the face of the woman? That's not a good man. That's not a man that's good at being a man. That's a piece of shit. Why would I want to associate with somebody that's running from the law or gets his end users incarcerated with his systems or hires prostitutes to, deceive these people? Again, some of the information's good. It really is. But if you're not the best version of yourself, if you haven't leveled yourself up, if you haven't done the work, like I say, like I talk about in my book, again, the chapter on the 7 spokes of a highly valuable man make all the sense that you need to know. You have to be unplugged. You have to have your looks sorted. You have to have your money sorted. You have to have some degree of status. You have to have a good amount of game. You have to have frame when it comes to dealing with women, and you have to have captivation, right? Those are the 7 spokes. If you haven't read the book, read the book. It's easy to find, right? Just go to Amazon, Unplugged Alpha, Rich Cooper, you'll find it. Get the 2nd edition. That's the final and finished edition. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, do you guys understand why, I make these statements, right? I mean, why would anybody want to associate with a space that has such a bad reputation? And it continues to have a bad reputation. It's why you'll never see, never say never, as I say, but it's why you've never seen many of these people on big name podcasts like Joe Rogan's podcast, right? It's why you'll see the academics in the space tend to disassociate from these types of creators. They call them degenerates. They call them incels. They call them nihilistic. They call them, creators of these school shootings. Um, I can't remember the organization, but there was a press piece that was put out in the last couple months, something along the lines of where the American government compared manosphere creators to terrorists. Yeah, it happened. There's an active organization actually out there that's aggregated and categorized the problem makers in that space and essentially said these guys are as dangerous as terrorists. They're radicalizing men. They use words like toxic masculinity, all of this stuff. And some of it, like, look, man, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, like the whole birds of a feather flock together. If you want to stand out from the turkeys, you got to soar like an eagle. And that's the problem with the manosphere. Nobody in that space, when I was having the conversations around, look, we need to, set some standards around here and not fucking work with some of these retards. There was nobody that was willing to do that. It was like, I would be on a panel and there would be somebody on the panel and be like, why is this person here? And the answer I would get, oh, he's, really good at this, that, or the other thing. And I would only find out later what a piece of shit they were, right? So people go, well, why don't you, work in that space anymore? It's because it sucks, right? It's because, again, most of the guys are not good men or good at being men. There's a handful that I still talk to from time to time. There's a handful that are like, hey, I got a new book. Do you want to talk about it? Or, hey, I got a new supplement line. You want to talk about it? It's like, no, dude. I hope you're doing well. I want you to eat. I just don't want to eat at the same table as you in front of people. It's not a good look for me, right? I'm on a different path. I'm on a different mission. I'm playing a different game. I'm one of the guys that uses his real name. You guys, dudes, you can go out there and Google the shit out of me. You won't find any dirt on me like you'll find on these other guys that hide behind avatars and fake names. There's a reason why people use avatars and fake names, is because they have something to hide. And it turns out it's quite a lot. Does that make sense? Have I clarified things for you guys? I mean, I don't think it can be any clearer. There's a serious PR issue. Just like the Christian Pillar guys have a serious PR issue with their club. The holier than thou attitude from the Christian Pillars is no different than the, our solution's better than everybody else from the Manoswamp or the Red Pill. You want to invite people to join your club and hang out with you and be a part of it, fix it. Cut out the cancer, get rid of the riffraff, vet, your membership better, and stick to a congruent message. But I tried. It didn't happen, so I walked. That's why I don't do that shit anymore. I'm adjacent. People will go, oh, but aren't you red-pilled, Rich? Sure, I've been red-pilled. Yes, I have. But I see truth and lies. I don't see pill colors. I don't see clubs. I don't see any of that bullshit because it's mostly bullshit. It's some branding, right? Like everybody's got their own branding, myself included. I'm just very, very careful with my branding and who I want to associate with and who I'm going to talk to and the conversations that I want to have. Mine are similar, but I am adjacent to it. I am not a part of it. I won't be a part of a fucking circus. I won't participate in a circus, and I'm not going to be a clown for entertainment purposes or for drama, which is what a lot of people seem to like in that space. So if that space that's watching right now, because I know a lot of you mofos like to watch my shit still, I've made it very clear. Fix your shit. It's pretty straightforward. Fix your shit, right? Hold people in your peers that you sit shoulder to shoulder with on panel shows accountable to standards. I get rid of people that don't stick to my standards in my community. I've let people go over the years. Oh, you want to collab with those fucking losers? Okay, make a choice. Do you want to hang out with them or do you want to hang out with the boys, right? And they've been let go. We don't chat anymore. Often they'll come back. I've kept the screenshots. I've got the messages to prove it. Often they've come back after the fact and be like, yeah, we fucked up. Is it cool if we rejoin? I think I made a mistake. No. It's pretty straightforward, right? Be very, very clear with your messaging. Be impeccable with your word. It's an old segment of the book, The Four Agreements. Not a fantastic book, but I think a good, guidebook overall. Be impeccable with your word. Be very clear and straightforward. Have I updated my beliefs over time? Sure, absolutely. Shit that I believe, 5 years ago, I might have changed my opinion on today. Same thing happens from 10 years ago. So I'll stand by what I said at the time, 100%. But you won't find, there's guys that have been incarcerated because of my work or my book. You won't find me running from the law. You won't find news articles and pieces out there about me smashing a glass into a girl's face because I've been rejected. You won't find any of that. You won't find that I've had liposuction done to remove belly fat because I'm too lazy to fucking work out or change my diet. You won't find any of that. You'll find that elsewhere, but you won't find it with me. And again, not every creator in that space is a loser, but almost all the creators in that space work with these losers. To this day, like literally yesterday, somebody forwarded me a clip on a video of one of the big names in that space who was bigging up and praising the piece of shit that smashed a glass into a woman's face when he was rejected. Okay? So you guys take it for what it's worth. I really hope you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full-length podcast, you can find that over here, that clip's from. If you're newer to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe over here. And pinned down below in the top comment, you'll find a bunch of useful links to my website, my supplement line, books, and a bunch of other stuff. Have an amazing day. Peace out.